Well, good Monday morning to you. We're starting the week off on a very warm note. Here's what we can expect across the board. Got some 50s, 60s, and 70s into the forecast for today. Mostly sunny skies. It will be a little bit windy, so the feel of it might not be quite as warm. We'll jump into the forecast here and get you started on the day. Here's the temperatures right now. It's 34 here in Colorado Springs, 26 in Pueblo and along the Arkansas River, into the upper 20s in Lamar. 48 reading in Walsenburg remains a warmer spot. Seeing a little bit more windy conditions there, preventing the temperature from falling. Satellite and radar right now is mostly clear, seeing some clouds up to our northeast and northwest. As I zoom this out to the national scene and I put the height lines on the board showing you the upper atmosphere, you'll notice here some changes, and this is why we're getting so warm as we go into the rest of the afternoon. We're getting this westerly wind flow. Anytime we get this westerly wind flow, when it interacts with the mountains, it creates some downsloping winds, and that'll drive up our temperatures. But it also will be a bit breezy too. You'll notice where these lines are really tight together. That's some really fast moving wind into the upper atmosphere. It'll translate down to the ground. I think the windiest spots are toward the northern parts of Colorado and into Wyoming, but I think here in southern Colorado, it'll still be very breezy and gusty for us today. So along the interstate, seeing those breezes up to 25 to 30 miles an hour, especially along the Interstate 25 and just west into the higher terrain, continues throughout the afternoon. So it'll definitely be a breezy one for us on this Monday. Generally tapers off a tad as we go into the overnight before picking back up as we go into Tuesday. Now, with the downsloping winds, we will warm up greatly today. 69 here in the Springs, close to record territory, 75 in Pueblo. Along the Arkansas River and off to the eastern plains, I could see some 80s on the board. So pretty much along the interstate and east, a very warm day. Even into the higher terrain, 40s and 50s, which is above normal for this time of year. Stormcast sky conditions wise, we'll see some mid to high level clouds floating around today. It makes for a really nice day. If you can handle the breezes, I think it's a great day to get outside, especially with the warmth that we're seeing, but it is very dry. So dry conditions at the surface with the breezes that we were talking about in a red flag warning from today at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. along the interstate, adjacent counties east and west, and off to the eastern plains. So be mindful of this as we go throughout the daytime today. Overnight tonight, 31 here in the Springs, 30 in Canyon City, 29 in Pueblo. A little bit cooler temperatures as you go off to the eastern plains, 28 in Lamar for overnight lows. And I'm going to pull you back up to the national scene, satellite and radar, put the surface map on the board to show you that we do have a couple cold fronts that'll push its way in as we go into tomorrow. What that'll do is it'll knock back our temperatures a tad. It'll be about 20 degrees cooler than this time today. 47 in the Springs tomorrow, 54 in Pueblo, 52 in Canyon City. The feel of the day is definitely different. Looks about the same. We'll see some mid to high level clouds once again tomorrow. No moisture coming with that cold front, but it definitely knocks back the temperatures for us. As we go into the rest of the week, kind of got a beefy forecast. There's a lot going on. A little bit more of an active pattern, but I am calling this progress because there's actually a couple more waves for us to watch. As we get to Wednesday, we'll get some southwesterly flow as this trough off to our west is building inland. That'll bump up our temperatures, but then we're watching what this trough does and as this wave approaches us. I think that we kick up some mountain snow showers first by middle of the week, and as we get to the end of the week, that's when we could see some rain here that turns into snow as we go Thursday into Friday. Now take a look at these temperatures when I pull them up for the rest of the week. You'll notice that daytime highs are on the warmer side, so I don't think any major impacts come from this, but I think any moisture that we can get from the system to squeeze out will be good for us. And this is just the first of many. I think we're starting a very active pattern here on the western side of the country. Overarching view, here's what this looks like in the 7-day swing of things. Very warm temperatures today, knock them back tomorrow, back up warm Wednesday, moisture comes Thursday, Friday, then clearing as we go into the weekend. Here's Colorado Springs, expanding this to the 10-day view of things. Same pattern here, just tweak the numbers just a tad. Alrighty, that's a check at your forecast update for this warm and windy Monday. Here's sports.